I met Steve in 2006, just after he'd registered Orphfund as a charity, and I thought that's a pretty interesting thing. And I promised him then that I would go on a project, and I managed that finally in the summer of 2009 when I went to Kenya. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Really won't forget meeting people from all over the world, meeting all the local people in Kenya, and just living with them. Obviously, lifestyle-wise, it's completely different to living here in Scotland. So it was, a bit of a shock in that respect, but at the same time, it was brilliant. Obviously, doing things like manual labour every day was obviously foreign to me as well, but really, really great. And there's a really great spirit between everybody, all the volunteers, all the local people, everyone focused in on the one ideal, which was getting the project up and running. Everyone was so friendly to you. Obviously, the people we worked with on a kind of daily basis, whether it be George, the headmaster from the school, Tom, who were living with him, and Rose and their family. I say that we stayed with. Joseph as well, who was a great guy. I went on some long motorbike rides with him, and we'd go past the school, and all the children would, see obviously someone who was not from Kenya and run out and kind of high five you and get you to take their picture, and then let them see the picture of them and things. So really, really brilliant times. I think the fact that everybody had raised a lot of money for the project before they even got there meant that everyone was really, really invested in it. It'd taken a lot of work just to be there on day one on the site of what we were doing. And I personally had a lot of help from work colleagues and friends doing sponsored, marathons and dress down days at work and climbing up a kind of mountain up here over in just outside Glasgow. So everyone had done a lot of work just to get there on day one, and that meant everyone was really, really invested in it and invested in the success of it, invested in the kind of the long-term health of it, and that's something that I still am to this day. The hardest thing for me was the day that we had a big health screening for a lot of the children in the area, not just the children that we were taking in, but I think maybe up to like 200 children came and got a health test. We obviously, I'm not involved in the medical profession, so I wasn't involved in any of that side, but all I was doing was basically organising the queues and just sort of chatting to the youngsters before they went in. And I was chatting to this girl, and we were having a bit of a laugh and a bit of a dance and things, and then she went in to get tested, and someone came out like 2 minutes later and said that she'd tested HIV positive, and so that was pretty hard to take, and that these people full of life and happiness and fun, just like any 8, 9, 10-year-old, just as they should be. She obviously had this, which was going to have a big impact on her life, and I still wonder to this day how that girl's getting on, and how it did impact her life, and so I hope she was able to go on and live with her situation, but and still thrive and have the life that she would want to. I guess she must be maybe 19, 20 now, so as I say, that was a pretty hard moment to find that out. It was obviously totally foreign to me. I'm not used to dealing with that sort of situation at all, so that was pretty hard. I look back at all the friendships, all the great things that we did, all the great things that we saw, the epic games of football, the day that I told Steve that all the children had picked 8 teams to play on, and none of them were Tottenham Hotspur, so he wasn't overly happy. But yeah, it was just fantastic. We had some really great times. I made some lifelong friends from, obviously not the volunteers, but for the local people as well, and kind of an irreplaceable time in life, and yeah, I would happily do it all over again. Well done to Steve and to Leah and to everybody involved in Orphfund. Slightly out of the loop up here in Glasgow. Obviously, most of the activity happens down in Melbourne and Victoria. So, updating the Twitter feed is my sort of small contribution to the situation. But best of luck for the next 15 years, and I promise now to, at some point, be on site again, physically helping out with a project and hopefully contributing positively to that as well. good luck and stay safe, and I hope we'll see each other all again soon. Bye bye.